Hello everyone, this is the Hunter Collector. Sorry I have not been really doing any reviews lately. I have been very busy and had a pretty hard time trying to work out a good time to do this. And I think now I am finally deciding to start bringing back the reviews. So lately I've been collecting a lot more Hot Toy figures now, so I want to get into that now. And the first review of me basically saying that I'm coming back to do reviews is going to be Daredevil, and I think it's a good way to kind of start the reviews, plus with the the new release of Daredevil Born Again. I'm loving the show so far. That last episode was awesome, probably one of the best acting in episode 4. But yeah, let's take a look at the box here. So first off, starting in the front of the box, we got an actual picture, I think, is of the figure itself, not like a picture from the actual show. This is based off the show 2 from Netflix, not the new one for Born Again. So yeah, this is a picture of the figure in the back there with just black and red. And then we got Marvel's Daredevil with some I forgot what it's called, Braille. Some Braille here, which I don't know what it says specifically, but and then it says 1/6 scale collectibles figure, Hot Toys. And then on the side here, we get Daredevil going down with glossy texturing here, 1/6 scale Braille. I think it's supposed to say Daredevil is my assumption, with some black splatter coming through and some red, some more details going on there. And then the back with some legal stuff you don't have to pay attention to, but it's got the Empire State Building down there. It's kind of see, sorry. And then on the other side, a little more darker on that side. We got Daredevil again, more Braille, part of the arm coming out in the corner there. And then at the top, we get Daredevil and then Daredevil show logo there. And then the bottom, Daredevil show logo there. And then we will get the figure out of the box here. Alright, so here's the stuff out of the box here. So to be honest, I've had this for a good while. This is not a new figure. I know everything about it. I've played with it a little bit, posed around with it, and a couple other things. So yeah, this figure is pretty good, but I will get into the review. So first off, I don't remember how this fit in the box, but I fit it in there. So first off, we get this little back piece here. Let me get the camera up. This is supposed to be like a little backdrop. It says Daredevil, the logo there, and some background of Hell's Kitchen with some cars in the background, some lights that have a little bit of glare, some buildings. So it looks pretty good. And then what you would do, you had to pop it out of like a little cardboard thing. And it came with these little stands here. So you take those off and then you get these stands. So I kind of have it in an angle. So you kind of have to do something like this. And goes, pops in like that. And the same thing on the other side. Like that. Boom. And then it stands up like that. And then that little piece in there kind of pushes inwards on itself for a certain reason, which I'll show you here in a sec. And this is all of his accessories that he comes with out of the box. So first off, we'll start with the base. So you get this little base here. It's kind of like a metallic finished logo in the front here that says Marvel's Daredevil with Hell's Kitchen skyline there. And it kind of looks like a little street here with some gloss in here and there, and then some rough texturing here. And it kind of looks pretty nice. You get some edging along the sides here all the way through, and you get this little port here. That's where you put your little crotch grabber here. So you can raise it and lower it here. And all you have to do is just clip it into this little port here. It stands up like that. And then this is like part of the little backdrop piece here. So this is just a regular black block here. But what you're supposed to do with this, actually put it behind here. And then this actually sits on top with some bricks crumbled bricks. The texture looks really nice here. You get some nice browns, some very, like, some a little bit of red, some great wash here. It looks like actual bricks. You get part of that little sidewalk going on here. You get some glass sculpted and painted in there. Some more like rocks or chips from the brick here. And you get some piping here that looks rusted and worn and torn apart. And then you get some more texturing here. You get like a little like sewage piece here where the water is supposed to dump into on the side of the roads. And then it just kind of continues all the way through there. And then this is what it's supposed to look like. You just kind of sit it on top of there, and then boom, that's what the base looks like. And this is what I was talking about, where that little divot piece in the back is supposed to be like, it's supposed to kind of give it some space to do that, but it doesn't really do too much. But I do like the little back piece for it. And then we'll start with the hands. So you get kind of like two relaxing hands, but they're a little different. They're asymmetrical. So this one's like flat out, fingers straight out like that. So you get some texturing in the palms here, some hexagonal padding. You get some black, some maroon in the fingers here near near these knuckles here. And then you get knuckle pads here that are black, some more maroon padding here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this one, you get more of like a flexed, relaxed hands, I guess is what I should say. Curled in fingers. So the same deal. You get the knuckles, knuckle padding. You get some nice texturing around the knuckles where, when you bend, you have some flexibility to bend your fingers. You can see how it kind of cuts in there like that. You get that padding there in the inside again. And then you get two-fisted hands. Or not fisting. These are actually grabbing hands. This is where you'd put the billy sticks in. So yeah, you got them a little bit open out right here. Mine already came with the ports in. I don't know if it actually is supposed to come in with the ports or the joints already in there. And then you get the same padding texturing in here. You can tell it's a ball joint, so you can kind of like, I'll go over the articulation stuff here in a little bit, but yeah. And then, they're pretty much the same sculpt. So nothing really different between them. It's just different sides. And then you get a little face sculpt here with some blood. You get his mouth open a little bit. He's kind of like pissed off. You get some 5 o'clock shadow going on here. I'll pop it on the figure so that way you kind of get a better look with it. But yeah, I'll show you how to take it on and off and stuff too. And then you get like a whole assortment of billy sticks here too. So we'll start with this one. This is the one where you have the two billy sticks put together. You get some like buttons in there. I have like actual billy sticks, so these are pretty much 1-to-1 minus the scale, obviously. You get some nice silver in the middle there, and then at the end, kind of actually looks like metal. So yeah, and you get some maroon. You get some nice texturing for grips all around it. So they did a really good job on these. And then you get two separate ones. You cannot put them together at all. They don't work like that. You can kind of tell this one is kind of cool. Kind of see how it was supposed to connect together like that. But yeah, these are two different pieces. One's longer than the other. And then this one is the one with the string attached to it. So definitely be careful with these. You get some, it's kind of like a aluminum, not really aluminum, but it's got some flex to it and it's pretty sturdy, but definitely just don't yank on it. Otherwise that can, rip off. And yeah, it's very flexible, like I said. So yeah, then let's get the figure out. And here is Daredevil out of the box here, standing straight up, nothing crazy. So yeah, he's pretty cool figure. I have my issues with him. Some of the issues are kind of caused by me, but there is some issues that already came as is, so I'll go over those. So yeah, he looks pretty badass as is. One of my other issues is kind of like, I feel like his head's a little big compared to the rest of his body. That's just me. I am really excited for the new Hot Toys figure that they're coming out with, though. Excited for that new suit. So yeah, we'll go over the head sculpt and stuff here real quick. So here's the head sculpt. This is the alternate head sculpt without him, looking really pissed off. And yeah, so you get that nice 5 o'clock shadow going on there. I could kind of tell I could definitely see the Charlie Cox look in this sculpt. My only issue is probably the nose is a little big, or it could be just because of the neck. I'm not too sure what the issue is, but the sun's throwing it off for me just a little bit, but I could see it. I do like the helmet a lot. The lenses are actually, you can kind of see through them. They kind of glow if you have a little bit of light coming past them. So that's nice. You get some nice texturing on the balaclava here. The helmet is very smooth. Get this nice maroon, and you get some texturing in like the little detailing part of the helmet. Some black. And then yeah, that's the head sculpt pretty much. And then you get this collar here for the figure. It goes all the way around. The texturing is really good. I think it's pretty accurate to the show. And you get some more black paneling and stuff here. I don't think this is actual well, it could be. I'm not too sure if it's actual leather or not. This figure did come with fist hands already, so it's pretty much like the gripping hands, except closed fists, so you don't put the billy sticks in there. And then you get some rivets here and there throughout the figure, so like right there. Kind of see how it's supposed to like tighten up the torso piece a little bit, so that way it looks a little tight on him. Some more rivets, some padding here on the shoulder, more rivets. In the back, you get a little strap here on his thigh, and you get his like billy club holster here with some black straps here. And then his sleeves, you kind of get like a little bit of flexible black material here. This figure does feel pretty padded up, so he's kind of squishy. Not on the sides really, but yeah, he's kind of squishy. And then you get these little cuffs here for the wrists. The pants look pretty good, pretty accurate. You get some black knee pads here. And then the boots look awesome. Some tactical boots. You get like a nice, dirt wash over it. Laces look really good. They actually look like actual boots. Treads look worn. So yeah, the details on this figure is awesome. So yeah, I don't think I have any issues with detail wise, besides, like I said, the head's a little bit big for my liking. And probably, I don't know if it's actually the head or its neck is too thick. I don't know what the issue is. But yeah, we'll go over the articulation next. So he has a ball joint at the very bottom of his neck, the base. So he looks down about that far, look up that far. You could make him pivot his head a little bit. You could make him look 360 pretty much if you wanted to. Arms go up that far, can go down just kind of that far without you forcing it. You can have them go that far. Arms go forward that far, backwards a decent amount actually. You do have butterfly joints, and I think, yeah, you can hinge them up and down a little bit. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You got ball joints for wrists. So what you would do is you would hinge them down that far, up that far, and you can also kind of like have him go side to side if you want. He has a ball joint at the top of the torso here, so you can go forward that far, backwards that far, and then one at the hips. So with all of them going, you go forward that much, backwards that much, and you can also have them twist a little bit, and pivot a bit. Legs can kick off to the side that far. Forward, not too much, unfortunately. Backwards, not like nothing pretty much. Thigh cut, double jointed knees. And then ankles are on the ball joint, so they can go down that far, up that far, swivel. And yeah. And then for the face part, to swap it out, you just want to pop off this helmet here, which is pretty cool actually, that you could do. If you wanted to, you could do like a little, if you have like a Kingpin figure or a Punisher figure, and you want to have one of them holding the helmet or something, you could do that if you want to. The only issue is that you don't have the helmet for him. But to do that, to swap face plates or whatever, just do that. It's gonna look weird. Put that in like that. Pop this guy back on, and then boom. And I prefer this this faceplate myself because I don't know, it looks a little bit more like Charlie Cox to me. That's just my opinion, and kind of looks more badass to me as well. So yeah, that's just me. And then another thing is, it might be a little tough to put in the billy clubs into the holsters sometimes. The only issue is I don't like to have him having them in there anyways, because I prefer to have him with the billy's clubs in his hands. That's just me. But the issue with these they're pretty tight, and you always run into the risk of maybe rubbing paint off these things. I like I've had this figure for a while, and I don't like having them in there, so it just kind of worries me. So I prefer to have him with, you know, him holding these or this maybe. I kind of like to have them separate, so I like this one a lot. This one I like to have in my display. So yeah, that is Daredevil for you. I really like the figure. He's one of my favorites, but not my most favorite, just because of some of the issues that I have. Like, for example, he's not very flexible compared to some of the figures that I have. There's something about the head sculpt throws it off for me. I don't know what it is. This is my issue that I think I've caused, because I don't know how I did it, but this ankle piece here, it just pops off pretty easily. It's just in my copy of the figure thing. I think if you get your own, it's not going to have that issue. Just kind of be careful when you're kind of messing with ankle joints, because sometimes they can break or get loose or whatever. So just keep an eye on that. But yeah, I really like the figure a lot. He's kind of a standout in my base. I like to have him standing next to Spider-Man, but the No Way Home red and blue suit one. But yeah, I just really like that figure. This figure. I'm kind of looking into probably getting the red and yellow suit maybe from She-Hulk, or I'm definitely going to get the one from Born Again. That one I'm excited to get. But yeah, if you guys really like this video, just hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and then push the notification button if you want to see more of these Hot Toy figures. And if you have any feedback on improving on these reviews, go ahead, because haven't done this for a hot minute. Obviously, I have to get back into it. I'll try to stay a little more consistent with posting now. I have a decent amount of Hot Toy figures actually now, so I'll be posting reviews for those as well. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next time.